Alright, hey guys, so I'm coming with you from NVDA right now on the weekly. Let's go to the daily. I talked about this on Monday, and I talked about possible like three-wave bounce and then breaching this low if we wanted to make like a bigger zigzag, and then the low would be a measured move off this low. Now, at the time I was looking for this range to kind of like, if we had topped out over here, to be like composed down and give a deeper retrace. But since we came up higher, the measure move, instead of from being like a swing high over here, it's up here, so it's going to be a lot more shallow, meaning instead of getting, here we go, ignore the negative ratios, but since we're getting the 1x2 here and here for this range, instead of like pulling back more and getting a bigger range, it's like looking more shallow. So it's one thing I'm thinking about, and in the context of wave 2, that kind of makes sense, because if I put that fib back up, see we're at this 0.5 right here, so it's like either either we popped above and it's a discount for sellers looking for that lower high in the range, or it's a dip for buyers. And it kind of reminds me of kind of what we went with Apple, and why I was like, oh, everyone's trying to go for this type of trade now, the break of previous highs. Difference being that, you know, it pulled back on Friday and then went through the next week. So if it is a discount, maybe buyers hold at 130 and we continue. But I'm still looking for that larger time frame structure. And then if I go to AMD, this is what I'm looking at on AMD. We had this previous consolidation, break above, we have this range. The discount of this, or the 0.5 of this range wasn't traded. 618 of that range wasn't gotten above. And then we have a trend-based fib from the high to low. I talked about in the video how this trend-based fib is actually kind of key. If you don't take out that high under this 236, still in the distribution schematic. And I just tweeted this out, and I was like, just be careful with the AMD, because we're looking for this green is a measured move. So this high to this low. So like the ABC, same thing we're looking for on a video on the smaller time frame. Okay, you want correction to be over and then signify, okay, we're gonna go and continue and take out this high. But right now there's no signs of doing that, especially since we couldn't get through that 185 key area and we're wicking here. So if it's more consolidation, dip buy, whatever, those of you that have kind of been listening to me already, you know where I'm buying AMD at. It's not up here, but the key level that I'm at, if we do end up trading there, that's where I'll add. But I think the key thing here is you got this, and then it's similar. It looks like the daily of AMD, where this weekly could end up turning into a bigger structure. And in that case, you're looking at like a monthly wave count, which is not bad. It's like up and then down, and then, you know, you make a lower low, but that kind of kills the trade right now, which everyone is trying to hype up, which is how, oh, AMD is going to take out 210, back to 210 or whatever. And I think you just got to monitor it carefully. Could retest the trend line, could come to certain areas that I've already mentioned before. And I think that's the tough thing about a bull market is like, yeah, you can have moves, but that doesn't mean the move is the move. So what's interesting is how it kind of overlaps when I talk about like this name possibly being a place where you have rotation. You know, the main leader has this like little correction, and you have rotation. So you get a move like this. You get like for instance, the IWM pop today when tech is weaker, certain things. Because that money's moving around trying to find that alpha, that outperformance. But yeah, in general, what I'm thinking is that if we can maintain this previous trend line breakout, that's decent for the bulls that traded that as that. If not, we trade to my dip buy area, which I've shared specifically with subscribers well before, and people in the Discord. Feel free to join the Discord for free if you don't feel like paying. I don't really go over my overall macro thesis for indices, but I do talk about like individual setups like this and where I would be willing to buy them. So that's what I'm thinking for AMD. And then yeah, back to NVIDIA. If we get this zigzag structure and deeper, it gives you the chance to have further extensions. That's how that works, but we're still in no man's land between the COVID extensions. If I go back to the weekly, simply just of the COVID retracement, they've been pretty good. 1.618 held, and then 2.618. We're able to confirm above. We tried to wick and come down, couldn't. Broke out the 2021, 2022 range, the 2-year range, and then kind of went going. Very similar to how SPY is, but now we're coming into this part and we have a potential wick here. And if we do get this zigzag, like I said in Monday's video, it wouldn't make a lot of people bearish. For me, you see, it gives you further extension, so it makes me low-key more bullish. And it kind of makes sense that you have seen certain types of rotations in the context of being up here, with this not really moving much. And then if it wants to go lower, it makes sense that INTC and AMD got bids if it's that wave too, and it's not the end of the world, and AI keeps going. So that's what I'm thinking for now, and that's pretty much it. I would do a larger video on the indices, but I think I'll probably just hang out until PPI tomorrow. Today, definitely a bit of reaction. People not used to pulling back on Thursdays, and seasonally the most bullish 2 weeks of the year. It's pretty much just the main reason why I'll be long, but I'll be taking profits, not trying to get more long. I just think there's just a lot of mental traps that you have to deal with as a bull. Trading this market, people they say it's easy and it's not. So have a good one. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna edit this and put this out. Peace.